What one product do you regret buying? I bought a $300 blender from a door-to-door salesman. I was 18 at the time and had just moved into my first apartment. I was working from home when I heard a knock on the door. I opened it to see a guy in his 20s with a blender in his hand. He told me he was selling them and asked if he could come in to show me how it worked. I was young and naive, so I let him in. He started blending up all kinds of stuff, and I was actually impressed. He told me the blender was $300, but I told him I couldn't afford it. He then asked if I had a credit card. I told him I did, but I didn't want to put anything on it. He then told me he could call his boss and see if he could get me a discount. He called his boss and told him he had a young couple who just moved into their first apartment and really wanted the blender, but couldn't afford it. I was single at the time. He then told me his boss said he could give it to me for $200. I still said no. He then asked if he could call his boss back and see if he could get it for $100. I said okay. He called his boss again and told him the same story. He then told me his boss said he could give it to me for $100. I ended up buying the blender for $100 and put it on my credit card. I used it once and then it broke.